All right, so this is Flesh and Blood. For the purpose of this learning video, we're going to be playing the same deck, which is the IRL Crimson Haze hero. So the way this works, as you can see from your layout, is in a real game, what you do is you start full is the mechanic they say. So you'll actually start with a head, like a helmet, you have like a chest plate, you have some arm thing, and then you have legs, and all this equipment will do different functions. This will not be being used for the purpose of just learn to play. The only real thing that your hero brings to the table is this blue symbol here represents your hand size, and this green symbol here represents your health.
Okay.
So all heroes in the game right now, there are 4 playable heroes, all have 40 health, and they all have a hand size of 4, so they're all the same. So the difference, what it boils down to, is whatever their ability is.
Gotcha.
Okay, so they all have different abilities. That's really the function they bring. Now they also functionally, for draft, which is a huge thing in this game, they have young heroes, which actually only have 20 health. It just helps the game go faster. They have exactly the same abilities. It's just a reduced health, same hand size, everything, just reduced health, and it just helps the game go faster. It makes a lot more sense. All right, so before we get into the actual functions of how to play, I want to run through kind of the breakdown of a card real quick. So you'll notice these 3 cards that I have here. We have a red top, we have a blue top, and actually I should do it this order. We have a red top, we have a yellow top, and we have a blue top. The color strip here on the top is really just a cheat mechanic to draw your eye to look at this here. What this here is the pitch value of this card. So you see here, for example, on Whirling Mist Blossom, this card costs 1, because it has a 1 here in this red little circle here. In order to play a card of 1, you would have to pitch a card of 1 or more to generate said resources. Make sense? Mm-hmm. So if I were to play Brutal Assault, which costs how much?
2.
So Brutal Assault costs 2, so I could pitch this to generate 2, or I could pitch the 1 and the 2 in that order. Does that make sense?
Yep.
But I could not do a 2 and then a 1. Because you can't over-generate. You can only pitch when you're actually paying for something.
Okay.
Okay, so the reason I point that out, and it probably will not come up here, but I know that you guys are advanced gamers, so I want to point it out. Sometimes it is to your advantage to over-pitch or over-generate resources for a later time.
Yeah.
Right? All right.
But that mechanic is not allowed.
It is in this case if you do
a
1 and then a 2, you now have the 1 floating.
But it has to be incremental.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Right. So you can only pitch when you have something to pay for. Okay. Now what's cool about the pitch zone is that at the end of each round, at the end of each turn, they go back on the bottom of your deck in the order that you pitched them. So the theory there being that if the game goes long enough, you can use your pitch to correctly set up your in-game combo, if you can track all of it and remember all of it and get it to go the way you want. Right. Okay, so fundamentally, so now that I've described that, hopefully not too much gone into the strategy. So you're going to have, let's draw, well, those are actually from my deck. So let's draw 4 cards from your deck. Okay, so you got Springboard Somersault, you got Brutal Assault, you have Brutal Assault again, and then you have Salt in the Wound. Right, so this one is a defense reaction, so we're going to set that one aside just for a second. So let's say it's your turn to attack, okay? You will, let's say you want to attack with Brutal Assault. Okay, so these are in your hand. You want to attack with Brutal Assault, which means you're going to play it here, attacking me for 4. Okay, how would you pay for this card?
Pitch Salt the Wound.
All right, so Salt in the Wound gets pitched. You generate 2, and you've now used 2, so you have 0 remaining.
Yep. Okay,
so you are now hitting me for 4. Okay, so what I'm going to do, you'll notice that each of these cards have a attack and a defense, noted by the spear and the shield. What I'm going to do is I have my cards in hand, and I can I can play a card from my hand using the defense value. I do not have to pay for it.
Oh, okay.
Right, so the defense value does not cost you anything. You do have to pay for your attack, but not for your defend. So let's say I play that one and that one to generate 4 defense. I would take a net of 0,
Sure.
right? Now, at this point, so you play your attack, I have a chance to defend, and we now go to our reaction windows. So I don't we'll find you. There's an attack reaction in here somewhere. There we go. So there's lunging press, which is your attack reaction. So if you had this in your hand, you can now say, okay, I have an attack react. I now play this in addition. Target attack card gains +1. So now this is worth 5. And it's now my chance to defend react, and then your chance to attack react, and my chance to defend react back and forth.
Okay.
Okay? Now the biggest challenge in this game, as you've probably already figured out, is that you only have 4 cards in your hand, right? You dropped 1 here to play. You dropped 1 here to pitch. Now you've dropped 1 here. You only have 1 more card in your hand. So let's say that I do not attack here. I would take how much?
1.
I would take 1 net. That is correct. And now you have, let's say, 1 card in your hand. You've got this one. You are done because you have done 1 thing, and you do not have go again because you get to do 1 thing per turn. However, you'll notice that this card, her sword, says once per turn, attack for 1.
Oh, okay.
Right? And then it gives you go again. Right? So the proper move here would have been to, if we back your turn up, throw up, right, those are in your hand. Throw up your sword, and how would we pay for our sword here? Right, you have a 3, a 3, a 2, and a 1.
Right.
All right, sorry, a 3, a 3, a 2, and a 3. So you're going to have to overpitch.
Right. So when I overpitch, it doesn't have to start with 1 or anything, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Right.
So
generate
ahead.
2.
So we're going to pitch that, and then...
So what you're going to do here, right, so this actually gives you go again, which means you can go after it. So what you're going to do is you're going to pitch your 3, generating a total of 3 for your turn. This attack will occur. The defense and back and forth will happen.
Does this cost?
This costs 1.
Is that what that is? Okay.
Yeah, so this costs 1. Fair question. And then, after that goes back and forth, you will now have 2 left over, so you could then do your brutal assault as the next attack. And then it would go back where I would defend again. We could go back with reacts, etc.
Gotcha.
So does the overpitch hang out?
Yes, your resources stay until the end of the round. Yep, absolutely. And then the last part I wanted to talk about is defend reactions. Right, so defend reactions are a little tricky to get under your belt right away because a defense reaction cannot, so when I'm playing, right, I just dropped these cards for free to defend for 2 and 2. Right? I cannot do that with a defend reaction. Defend reactions can only be defended during actually the reaction phase.
Okay.
Right, so in this case it was you attacked, I defended, and then you get a chance to respond. So you did this, and then I get a chance to defend react. So I would play it in the defend react.
Okay.
All right? So this is yours. Does that all make sense from a combat standpoint? Hopefully,
yes.
I know it's a little disjointed, but I think once we do a couple rounds, it'll make more sense, but I want to make sure the basics are
I am curious, so the weapon attack does count as your action for the turn?
Correct.
Okay.
This is an action. And there are also, not in these decks, but there are also item cards, so sometimes you might play a potion. That does count as your action for the round, so you would basically be stocking up for the future.
Gotcha.
Okay? The last thing, and this is very important to this game, is the arsenal. So at the end of your turn, if you have any cards left over, you can put this essentially, you can put a card face down, you do not have to show your opponent. You can put it in your storage area, which is your arsenal. Okay? Now this one in particular is the one that I am using to point out about the arsenal, because if Springboard Somersault is played from arsenal, it gains an additional 2 shield.
Oh.
Right, so there are some cards that have effects like that, but there may just be other cards you want to just put there for storage, like the this is a ninja, but Katsu, the ninja, the playable ninja, he has a lot of combos that happen where if you play this and then this and then this in the proper order, it becomes explosive, right? So because it becomes hard in a 4-card deck or a 4-card hand to pull off a combo, you may want to store one of the parts of that combo helping you to do it later. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So, but this can only happen, and you can only have 1 card here, and you can only do it at the end of your turn when you are the attacker to put it in if you have cards left.
Got it.
Okay, and then at the end of your turn, all of my pitched cards will go into my deck. All of your pitched cards will go into your deck.
And then we redraw to 4.
And then so you as the attack, after your attacker turn, you redraw to 4. The defender does not redraw.
Gotcha.
So from a pure strategy point, did you have a question?
I did. So the pitch when it goes back in the deck, so you were saying you can stock it for later.
Correct.
So do they go back in face up or face down? You flip them just as is?
Yeah, so you just go, oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, so you take them like this. It's first in, first out. This one would go. So yeah, just take your stack like this, go like that.
Okay.
Yep.
That seems pretty important for
Yeah.
planning.
No, that's a fair question. Yeah. FIFO, baby. I don't know if you're an engineer, but FIFO.
That's an accountant.
Yeah. All right. So why don't you give that a quick shuffle? We're going, and why don't you pop in on my side here? Do you feel up to speed?
Maybe.
Maybe. Fair enough.
I'm gonna run over your table.
Let's make sure the camera's set again now. Nope. No, we got bumped. Pretty good.
So the defender has to
The defender has to, and that's
strategically decide how much to defend because those are his attack cards.
correct. So and that's one of the things you have to try to avoid at the end of the game, is dropping. You know, if you get down to 1 or 2 health, the game can very easily stall out because you spend all of your defense stuff trying to stay alive, and then you have nothing to attack with, right? So and then that's where it becomes important to try to set up your deck accordingly that you can try to get that overkill on either side.
How often do you go through your deck in a game? Will you hit it the second time?
In the larger 60 card decks, it doesn't even always happen.
Okay.
But all right, so I think the decks are shuffled enough, but again, it's just learning. So why don't you guys each draw 4, and then we'll go ahead and play face up. Man, you've got bittering thorns for days over there. All right. All right, so why don't you roll your dice, see who goes first. All right, 18. 4. All right, so he's going first. Just put it back at 20 to represent your health. And then you'll actually be playing your cards here, so just kind of keep it right here. All right, so on the one exemption, so I told you guys that the attacker's the one who redraws. The one exception is that on the first turn of the game, both draw, and that's right. It makes sense because otherwise you're depleted, right?
Yeah.
So all right, so you have Scar for a Scar, you have Lunging Press, and then 2 attacks.
What's that symbol right there?
The green is health.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right now you're both even, so you don't get go again.
Okay.
So honestly, with Ira, I mean, there's really no reason with her that you shouldn't really try to be leading with your. The term "go again" is huge in this game, letting you do additional things, right? So
Yeah.
with Ira, leading with her sword is generally probably the right way to go here.
So, am I able to pitch Brutal Assault to sword and then play Brutal Assault because I have the 2 left over?
Yes. Well, so it'll generate your 3. Yes, it'll generate your 3, and then those 2 will stay there. And if you have left, if at the end you want to do something, you can do that.
Okay, all right.
So lunging press luckily costs you 0, but if lunging press did cost you something, you would still have to pay for it.
Right. Okay.
All right. So let's do that. So you'll attack with
The
Edge
1.
of Autumn.
Mhm.
So you're attacking for 1. And then what's your name, sir?
Drew.
Drew.
I figure earlier in the game, until I know if there's cards that add a lot of damage, like 1, these cards feel more valuable to hold on to at this point.
Okay. So you're going to take the 1.
Because this is my attack hand, correct?
Correct. No. So you for this turn only, you will get to draw.
Okay.
After this, your theory is solid, 100%. But after this, not for this round.
Yeah, because down the line, this seems like one where you could,
The 3s are pretty good.
and they all,
A 3 with go again seems pretty good.
and they add 1. So like this hand theoretically could do
Right.
half his health. But I'm going to have to discard and redraw anyway, so these
No.
are
So
be gone.
they can stay in your hand.
They can stay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to sit on it for
All right. So
for a moment.
you'll take the 1 then.
Am
So go
I-
down to 19.
If he doesn't defend, I can't play a reaction.
No, you can. So yeah.
yep.
So
So I'm gonna-
you're declining. Okay.
Yep, lead with
And
that.
then the way they do it, so it doesn't really matter. But the way that they do it in teaching is that the attack reacts go side, kind of cocked like
Okay.
that to keep track of them.
Okay.
So you took a total then of how much?
2.
2. All right. And then you have go again.
Yep.
And you have how many points left over?
2 and 2 points left over from
Okay.
that.
So now you'll go brutal assault. So now it's 4. So
Yeah,
now it's
that
probably
one-
worth defending.
Yeah, that one seems like a good one to.
Okay. So then each one of these is called an attack link or a chain link. So put it there.
Yellow's my pitch number.
So no, you defending do not have to pitch.
You said that. I just chose not
No,
to
no
listen.
worries. So right now, how much are you taking?
1.
So you could play another card if you wanted.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So you'll take the 1, go to 17. And then you have 1 card left in your hand.
Which I can put in arsenal.
Okay, if that's what you choose to do,
Yep.
which seems reasonable. All right, so these cards that were played go into the discard or go into the graveyard. Sorry,
Gotcha.
as does this one. All right, and now you both draw up to 4. This turn only, right? Normally it would only be the attacker.
Yep.
All right, and now it is your go. And you are stuck with a bunch of 2 pitches.
Yeah, I'm debating how to do the math.
I mean, it looks like it could be complicated. The mechanics are pretty easy to get straight.
I think I want to start by pitching that to edge bottom.
Okay. So you have head jab.
Yeah. So because this is his turn, I will not draw up to 4 after this, right?
This is correct.
Okay,
Yep.
gotcha.
So you have to budget for your attack as well.
Okay.
That is correct.
I'll take the 1.
Okay. So go to 19.
And then I've got 1 left over. I'm going to pitch 2 more to try the Bittering Thorns.
Okay. So now he's hitting you for 3.
Drain Thorns. It's your next. Okay, so that doesn't.
That's a pretty good card.
So go again does proc though, correct?
Yeah. So he
Okay.
would be able to go again. Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
He's not going to be. I mean, you don't know what's in his hand in theory, right? You obviously do right
Right.
now, and he's not going to be able to go again because he doesn't have the
Oh,
money for it.
right.
But yes, in a real game, you wouldn't know that, right?
Okay. It's 3.
I think one of the cards that is like I feel like is everyone it's just like a must have, which I just got my first one.
I'll take 3.
Pop this to Arsenal.
All right.
Run my pitch under. And redraw to 4, correct?
Yep. Correct. And then this will go discarded. You are actually all set. Oh, actually, that from your the button needs to go on the bottom from last time. All right. So now at this point, why don't you guys pick up your cards and we'll just play a real game.
Okay.
Wow, that seems strong.
Yeah, that's her. Those specializations. So that would basically be a majestic or a legendary in today's. All right. So I think you guys got it. So let's run through a real game again. Just shuffle up and
Derek, did you want to play?
call it a day.
I'll go for it.
Can't say I never offered. I mean, you can't honestly say. You can say whatever you want. How many card decks are these?
These are 20, I think.
And standard
Oh,
game?
60.
And there's no penalty for running out of deck. 'cause
And
you
it's
just
actually
keep
it's actually
recycling
it's
it.
60 to 80. And well, yeah, the problem is you don't have anything you don't do anything, so you get rolled pretty quick.
And so the starter decks, the starter packs come with a full
The starter decks are completely playable out of the box, and they're actually quite good.
with 60 cards.
Yeah, they're quite good actually. They come with a number. I mean, I don't know the full breakdown, but there's rares in there, like 13 or 14 different rares. Like it's. I was impressed. This game's very well done from a entry level standpoint.
Seems like the cost to get in is pretty inexpensive too, if they're that strong of a.
Yeah, because
starter
the
deck.
decks are aren't the decks.
$12?
They're $12.
I think MSRP is $11.99.
That's pretty good.
Andrew,
Yes, ma'am.
do I want if I have this
Pitch,
and
flank,
Rainbow,
kick
that's
to
good, right?
start with
Yeah.
edge of bottom.
Okay.
Would that be a good card to include?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and take the 1.
I'm actually going to do this way, and then we'll see if it's smart. I'm going to pitch, lunging press to play Salt in the Wound, which that would now be for 3 because it's
Salt in the
second,
Wound
correct?
gains +1 for each attack that has hit this turn. Yep. So he's hitting for 3.
For 3. Okay. And I'll go ahead and pitch. Springboard. So block 2.
Wait, so you're
That'll go in the combat chain, I think.
Right.
yeah, and so this one's a defend react. So you'll say
Oh,
you'll,
okay.
you'll say I'm not defending, and then he gets a chance to attack react,
right.
and that's when you would play.
Thank you.
Good.
Yeah, so not defending.
Okay.
And then no attack reacts.
No attack reaction.
And defend reaction.
Okay. So that one's 2. So then you take 2. Is that accurate?
That
It was for 3.
3 total.
But he's defending.
Oh yeah, so it takes 1. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm 18. Okay.
Then I'm just gonna tap that in arsenal.
And does this go into pitch or graveyard?
That one goes in graveyard
Okay.
because it was played. Yep. All right, now you both draw for because it was first turn, so you both draw to 4,
Okay.
and then B, you're up.
Yep. Right. So this one's goes to.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna pitch head jet. And to start. Sorry.
You're fine.
That's fine. Second each turn.
Is this hit points?
Yes, it's health. Yes.
Okay.
I guess I could have looked right there, but that would have
No, yeah.
required
Yeah,
intellect.
it's health.
I can just do this. Okay, so we're just gonna go Whirling Mist Blossom.
Not bad.
That's for 2, and it lets you draw 2.
And if it hits and it's the second or higher chain length, draw
Draw
2
two,
cards.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's just 2, and then I go again.
I'm going to temporarily. I'm going to see if what I think I know is what I know. I will not play a card in defense.
Okay. So 2 goes through.
You do your attack reaction.
Yeah, no attack reactions.
So if I play
Springboard.
that,
Yep, nice.
then that'll stop his card draw, correct? Because it doesn't.
Well,
hit.
he's not going to get a draw anyway because it's not the second or higher. Right?
Okay.
But yeah, so this one's generating how much?
2 plus 2 for 4.
Correct. So 4.
So nothing goes through.
Yep. So now if he has an attack react, he can do that to try to respond. Go ahead.
So, question: does the defense carry over also, or is
No,
it?
yeah, it's
Okay.
each link is its own separate
So
thing.
later down the line, I would not be playing that there. That is what I will call a mistake. So, all right.
So then these go to grave, and then I go again.
Now, do they stay
So
till the end of
these
turn?
stay until the end of the turn.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha.
Because like especially for like this one, for example, if he would have led with this, it would have been the second or higher.
Yeah.
So then he could have started chaining down. So
Okay.
you want to keep those in to keep track.
So I've still got the 2 remaining. Go ahead and head to
Just
bottom.
put it here as a separate link.
Gotcha.
So he's attacking for 1 with the sword.
It's actually 2 because your second attack each turn gains
Oh,
+1.
fair enough. Fair enough.
For 2, okay. I will not defend.
Okay.
All right, so take your 2.
Now,
Oh, are you going to
I was-
defend react again? Okay, I'm sorry.
well, I
Yeah,
was waiting
yeah,
for
yeah, my
to
bad.
see if he was gonna
Yeah, my bad.
attack react.
Yeah, no attack reaction.
Okay, no defense reaction.
And then I'm able to pitch again, right?
Yes, you've spent 1, 2.
So I have 1 remaining.
Well, yeah, you have 1 remaining.
So
yeah,
I'm
okay,
gonna
gotcha.
Pitch, assault the wound, and then play flying kick. And if it's played as chain link 3 or higher, it gains +2.
Oh,
So
hit for
doing it for
7?
7.
That may change my.
Those ninja combos, man.
Yep. Problem is, everything I've got is high cost, so
Well, it doesn't cost you anything.
not on defense.
Oh
so,
yeah, I follow.
Wow. That changed my plan a little bit. That's where I should have saved that. So I'm not going to be able to get to 5.
Yeah, sometimes just reducing it though, right?
Yep. I'm looking to see if there's any way I can actually still do damage and not take a massive.
So my recommendation, right, is to look at the cards in your hand and basically, because you're not going to get to draw because you're the defender. So look
Yeah.
at what you want to do next turn, and anything left over, just use it to defend.
Yeah, probably, I'm just going to have to defend it all.
Okay. All right. So block 8.
Okay.
Wow. Yep. Keep your sword.
All right.
All right, and then
have-
pitches go under, and then draw. And then now you have 1 card.
Yeah.
Oh, coming at you with a sword.
Watch this.
Oh, he's arsenal.
Boom. Take that.
And then pass?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I could
yeah.
attack for
Yeah,
one, and it's like, all right,
enough.
whatever.
All right, back to you.
Yep. Let's do.
Wow.
Go ahead and pitch lunging press for 3, and then hit an edge bottom.
Yeah, I won't. No defense.
Okay.
You have an attack reaction?
Nope.
Okay.
And then second attack, head jab. So swinging in for 2.
Go again. Not bad.
Defend for 2.
And then brutal assault for 4.
I'll defend 3.
Okay. And place that in arsenal, and that's it.
So now he redraws and I don't, correct? It's a big deal going first.
Well, just getting in front is the key, right?
Yeah. Pitch salt in the wound to start edge bottom.
Take it.
No attack reaction.
No defense reaction.
Then I will pitch that. Go for scar.
Nice.
So
Which-
And then you have less health, but that's just go again. Okay, so
Right.
yeah, fair enough.
It's for 5.
Right.
So.
no defense, but any attack reaction.
Nope.
Okay. Go ahead and
Springboard.
Yep.
That's
Okay.
So 4, so you take 1 net. Because he's got +1, 4.
That's
Yep.
right. Yeah. Thank you.
That should be it for me.
Okay.
Oh, where's your? There we go.
Yeah. Who needs it?
That's right. Let's get it done with your hands.
That's right.
Yeah, so sometimes in this game you have to take a hit to try to put out a bigger hit. That's just the way it works. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you're going to get into the defend and don't do anything realm, right? Okay, so
Yep.
pitch for 2.
Pitch up the wound, and then go ahead and edge of bottom.
No defense.
Okay.
Any attack reaction?
No attack reaction.
There's a 15 on here somewhere. There we go.
And pay 1 for bittering thorns.
I like how
If it hits, my next attack gets +1, and I go again.
So that's for 4.
4.
and then they were like the saga concluded. And I'm just like, is this supposed to be the end?
I think they're capitalizing on the theme of it. But, yeah, disappointing.
I literally have to pitch all of these to play the only one that does damage, so let's
Yes,
2 cards left.
that's everything that I've kind of gleaned off of that. And
Let's defend
that
5.
was my other big interest besides Destiny. Was
And
so that's what I
go ahead and scar for scar
Just for
for 4.
just 4. And what's the
So if I have less, I get to go
Oh.
again, but I don't. So.
let's defend 3 of them.
Okay, so 1 goes through.
14.
Arsenal. That's it.
Alright, I'm gonna have another exciting turn here.
Arsenal up and go.
It's like I could either pitch them all to do 4 damage, or I could defend.
All right, you're up.
I started as a Magic player.
Oh, yeah, I
Oh, gotcha.
He just arsenaled and drew.
Oh, also I realized that.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be there.
I'm old,
Yeah, it's going to be an important one for me to remember.
but no, and I got to look at
Yeah, the ninja in the starter deck actually has 2 weapons. He has 2 blades.
it's not that it's gonna be a live problem, but I just feel like it's been
All the other guys just have 1 weapon.
forever. Like ever since it came out, there's been no fault. It's just been and if people leave, new people come in, it's like
that's an interesting keyboard.
Pitch, head jab.
yeah, right now.
Good luck.
Go ahead. Torrent of tempo.
So yeah, we'll
If
see.
it hits, I go again.
5. Woof.
Magic is way big, and
Yeah, these cards are way over curve.
So how many did you pitch?
3. It only costs 1.
I'm just gonna show you what
Okay, there's a key. I've been reading the cost wrong. I've been reading that as the cost.
Oh.
Okay, let me reassess my hand. Okay, that makes this a lot better.
That makes more sense.
That, I was like, I'm sitting here, every time I draw pitch cards, I'd have not enough to play them.
Yeah, so
All right.
this and this are both the pitch. That's the cost.
Yeah, that makes huge
On Saturdays,
difference.
figure out a way to use some pickup games on Saturdays.
Hits, hit games, go again. So if I stop that, then he will not get to go again.
Correct.
Correct?
Yep. That's a good one to throw everything at.
Yeah, I will start with that. Attack reaction.
Today I've got all day.
None?
Springboard in.
Okay. So you take nothing?
Blocked
Okay.
and done.
You gotta keep it.
And I'm able to put something in Arsenal, correct?
You want to
No, because your arsenal's full.
Okay, so only 1 in Arsenal.
Correct.
Got it. Okay. All right, so it'll drop to 4.
And then don't forget your pitch. All right, now I think we got a different game. I think he's coming after you now.
That helps a
I think he's coming after you now. All right, pitch in 3.
Let's try the Edge of Autumn.
Okay. I'll go ahead and take the 1.
I almost thought about doing feet.
All right, and I should have 2 left over.
What's yours?
Okay. Two shoes. Oh, this is so I'm gonna start with
Him having a full hand all the time is murder.
choose
Okay.
All right, let's try the Scar for Scar then.
my ambush action.
That's the one that's now for 5 because of IRL.
So no defense, and then attack
okay.
action, springboard.
Okay. So it should be for
Leave it
1.
out there.
Right, thank you.
So yeah, take your 1.
14.
And then now you have 2 left. Because that costs 0.
Right, but I paid. Oh!
Right, so that's 1, 2, 3.
Oh, all
Minus
right.
1, so now you have 2.
And I get a redraw before he goes.
Correct. There's no reason not to, unless you can't afford it. There's really no reason not to attack.
It's more to build a combo later, but I
Okay,
screwed
well,
up so bad
that's fair.
starting the game that I think at this point I just gotta. Like normally, I feel like the correct play would be to store that for later.
I see.
It's just for 2.
Well, if it hits,
If
it's
it
the
hits, you get
second
to
higher
draw
in the
2
chain.
cards, so
Yeah.
you actually populate your
And
hand.
that's actually for 3 because it's the second attack in a chain.
It's 3rd though.
No, it's a 3rd.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so he's got to block that.
Yeah.
So
And now you just gained defense because he'll have less to play on offense, right? So
Let's call blue.
I remember to put that here. I have an idea. I'll be digging for that a lot.
go ahead and block with Scar for Scar.
You sure you want to do that? I wanted to do some damage to you, and I'm not going to be able to.
all right, fair enough.
All right. Oh, these are much more playable when you read them right. Weird.
Oh, I forgot. I always forget about this power action. So, Nope, it's okay.
All right, you're up.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what to do in this case.
Let's do 8.
Can I put something in my arsenal? Oh, at end of turn. I just saw that. Okay. That makes this
Yeah,
pretty
let's
easy.
do 8 until fall.
Go ahead and pitch Bittering Thorns. And then Edge of Autumn.
Do Inflict Pain.
I will not defend.
Okay.
No, no attack reaction.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, it is in
Oh, Rolling Mist Blossom.
And
It's a good one to defend. It's for 3, correct?
That's a good card.
Yeah.
do you have? So did you pick up next one?
I could only like one game if I want.
Block 3.
Okay. And then that into Arsenal.
I have X. I have like all this X-Men.
You do
All right, so I gotta do the math to make sure I can afford.
Every time.
Did you get all the conversion kits?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So you're good then. Yeah.
Steve does too.
but I want to play Republic.
Yeah. Wow.
There's always more.
Yeah. Right.
So, yep.
Oh, you have.
Pay 1 for isolation.
Is he coming out of hiding again? Is he coming out of hiding anytime
Yeah,
soon?
I'll do that.
Right. I think he's gonna be here Wednesday actually. For your advice.
One do
Tricksy hobbit you are. All right, let's pitch Brutal Assault.
He hasn't been.
Start with the Edge of Autumn.
The holidays, but yeah,
Take the one.
for sure.
And we'll attempt a Biting Thorns for 4.
Bittering Thorn hits your next attack this turn, gains +1, so it's for 4. Yep. And go again. That's a good card. That's why half these aren't legal in standard play.
Really?
Yeah. This helps the learning go faster, right? Hit for a little more, up your curve, speed it up.
Oh, you just kind of, you move things over. What you want to do is just kind of bump things with your hand to move things if you're going to get shot. You kind of just bump it with your hand and then reset them.
It's like you throw them in the air,
Yeah.
they like activate.
Yeah. Exactly.
And if I'm correct, he'll only have 2 cards in hand on my turn and I'll have 4.
Correct.
This is a good time to plan for the future, as the Joker would say.
Alright. So.
Yeah.
But he does have an arsenal card though, right? So that helps him a little.
Yeah.
Pitch Rolling Mist Blossom. Edge of Autumn.
I'm good with the 1. Any attack action?
No attack action.
Okay.
And then throw into Tempo for 2. Or, well, for 6, I should say.
That one I feel like I probably need to slow down a little bit. But he's going to have no cards in hand on my turn, right?
No, I get to draw because I
gets
had
to
just
draw.
attacked.
He gets to
Yeah.
draw. Crap.
On Monday we're doing 40/40 standard. Thinking about Vader help the arrival ready for Boba Vader with retribution. Plus whatever other.
Oh, he's defending. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm still pretty slow at this, so
That's all good.
We've got about 10 minutes left, guys, before I need to
I'm
wrap up and start the next
gonna
turn.
take 6.
Okay.
Oof.
So that's my turn.
Okay. I'm gonna start early with Scar for Scar.
Commando, or have some like really weird
You get to go again regardless.
Well, I don't have my 40/40 built yet.
Yeah. So.
Block 3.
Okay. I will pitch Whirling Mist Blossoms to Edge of Autumn.
For 2.
That'll come in with 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Take 2.
Then I should have 1 left, which should be enough for a Bittering Thorns.
Nice.
So that's just 3. Take 3.
Because I made a mistake, I wanted to arsenal this, but I think I got to pitch it to attempt Whirling Mist
fair enough.
Blossom for 3.
Okay. So salt the wound. Block. 3.
Okay. Oops, my 6 points just went away.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that was a huge mistake. I needed the defense.
Pitch Brutal Assault. Edge of Autumn.
I'll take it.
Okay. And then there's the 2 for Flying Kick. So giving it you for 6. Okay, so you're losing 6. And then attack reaction, lunging press.
2.
So 7.
No, it's yeah, just 1.
Right, but 7 total.
Yeah, no, he had said 2. So yep, that works.
Okay.
Oh no, sorry, because that's an attack react. So you're already into the.
You're
at this
right.
point, it has to
Okay,
be an
so,
attack
take
react.
one?
Yeah.
So I gotta take it.
Yep.
Aha, now I have a card in my hand. Take that. Well, we'll pitch that to Edge of Autumn.
Okay, take the 1.
Attack reaction. I'm guessing I'm not going to do anything else. It's just a wild guess.
Still close. 5 to 4. He's got a full hand.
And so does he. So.
Yeah, and this is the part of the game where it becomes very important, guys, to plan your attacks ahead, because otherwise you get into this thing where they're using everything in their hand to defend, and you just go back and forth into nothingness for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Pitch head jab. And then head bottom.
I don't know of anything that'll add 3, so no defense.
Okay.
Stays out there for upcoming.
Directive tempo.
Oh,
And that's for
6.
6. All right, so let's defend approximately 6 of those.
Okay. Attack reaction.
For 1.
Yep. And then I get to go again. So scar for 4. Okay.
Blocked.
Because otherwise I'm
you
dead
die,
anyway.
right? So what are you gonna do? Yeah. And then are you down to your last cards?
Yep.
All right.
Those went back in order. I mean, I don't think it's going to matter. I think it's,
So you shuffle graveyard?
No.
no, and I did.
Okay.
I cheat, you win. All right, let's start with edge of autumn, and we will pitch, what to pitch, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, springboard.
Okay. So I'll take the one.
I will lunging press to make it another one.
Yeah, you guys are starting to see how the attack reacts are really strong.
Yeah.
If they don't have the block, right?
For that would be for 4.
three?
Should be for 4 because I've hit +1.
Oh, right, yeah. Yep.
For 4, he's
many
got the
cards in
kill
hand?
shot.
Pardon?
Cards in hand? 1?
1.
Got the kill shot.
Block 3. So take 1.
Let's make you get rid of a card in hand. Oh wait, I don't have go again.
Don't.
Yep.
I apologize. How about if I?
Arsenal it.
Yeah. So those are not back
Yeah,
here then.
that's game because he's
Okay.
gonna. You don't have anything to defend with, right?
Yeah.
So. All right. Nicely done, gentlemen.
Well played, sir.
All right. Thanks,
And
guys.
I put your sword back in. Thank you for that. Do you know when you'll have the product?